Hello everyone, I am Komal Mehta, teaching as an assistant professor in CSC department at St. Andrew Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. Today, in the series of web development course, we will cover the following topics. Firstly, what do you mean by a website? How can we categorize a website in different ways? What do you mean by webcasting? And then there are some techniques of webcasting we will be discussed. Firstly, we must know about some web terminologies that are web server, HTML, URL, browsers. After that, all these concepts will be covered. So let's begin with web. A web is a very powerful tool for communication mode nowadays. It increasingly important resource of encompassing all the aspects of a human life such as business, education, entertainment, personal life, health and whatever we are doing today's life. For example, you are taking here is if you want to share anything, then you must need internet connection. You can upload it in a drive and then share with someone else. You can use WhatsApp, Instagram. All these are the examples of a web. The basic fundamental of web is the knowledge of HTML, that is hypertext markup language, what's the role of a server, and what are the importance of a web browser. So about HTML, as we all know, HTML helps in formatting the website. That how can we present our website in different way is done with the help of HTML. In web server that hold and serve a website, that is including the hardware, software, operating system, their TCP/IP protocols and sites of a content. To access any web page from the web server, we must need one web browser at least. As we all know, if you want anything, so then you have to upload your request on a web browser, and then web browser fetch that particular document from a web server to mention on your site, right? So all these working is completely the client server architecture. Once the client send a request, then client will help to access, receive the request back with the help of a server, and this is done between the interface level of client and a web server, and that interface is called a web browser. The all the three concepts are completely discussed in detail in my previous video, so you can go through from that video. Next one is website. In website, it is a collection of related web pages, images, videos, or other digital assets that are addressed relative to the common URL. About URL, as you all know, URL is Uniform Resource Locator. There is some particular format of a URL that is also mentioned in my previous video, so you can go through from that topic in that video. As here it is mentioning that a web page is containing multiple information, and each web page combinedly form a website. So website is a collection of multiple web pages, images, videos, and that web pages also contain information, right? A website is hosted on at least one web server accessible via a network such as internet or public local area network. To access any data on the internet, we must need at least one web server. A website is a site or a set of files stored on www. It can be viewed on any of the web browser, Firefox, Safari, Netscape, Explorer, in any of the web browser you can see from that. Now, each website contains a home page. A home page means the page which user can see whenever they enter in the website or additional document or a files. Let's take example of this PPT. Here, the first page that contain the information of my designation, my college name, and myself is the home page of this PPT that contains the basic information about myself. So our website also contain a home page that contains the web pages consist of that particular website. and it is also possible that they have link of each web page as well. That seems so many attractiveness. The site are owned or managed by individual or organization or company to promote their interest. That means anyone can host their own website. Me, anyone can do it for our betterness, for our improvement. So a website are hosted by anyone, including individual, organization, business, who have interest in telling the world about themselves or about their product and a service. Right. The pages on a website can usually accessed from the home page or otherwise with the help of URL. Here I am taking one example again. What's the difference between the home page and the URL? For example, today I am teaching in St. Andrew Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon, right? So there is one channel of SAITM college. I can share the link of that college so that you can see from that particular link and see the video of WT or WD, right? Or another way is I am sending directly the link of this video and then you can see in this video, right? So these both are different ways, but you have to match that particular that means that what I want to say is you must know about how can we move to particular website. The content in both the scenario is same, but the main thing is how can we choose a path with the help of URL or with the help of college channel, right? So in same way, with the help of URL you can fetch the website, or with the help of homepage you can fetch the web page that you want to move. So the both way are different, but the content in both are same. The browser, with the help of HTTP transfer, and displays the page content according to HTML markup instruction onto a display terminal, because HTML helps in formatting of a text. So how to present data is done in HTML tag. That's why I'm saying you must aware about HTML. The user does get the view of a web content. All publicly accessible website collectively consist the www, that is known as web. There are so many categories of web. Here right now I am categorized the websites in the organization way, which organization is using in what manner. So firstly, personal website. An individual can keep in touch with his close ones, seeks job, or express himself through the website. For example, I am looking for a job, right? Now I want jobs, then I must tell anyone about that I want that, because no one know till you can't say, right? So there is one relative who is working in company, in any of MNC company, then I'll send my CV that contain a link of my website, right? So with the help of that website, he or she can see everything about myself what I want to share, right? So that is impressive. And the one who can see, who will see this CV, will get shocked that I will create my own website on myself. That much that means how much I can work, right? That is called a personal website. So it is good for every individual as well. Even students can create their own website and telling about their educational detail, their achievements, their curricular activities, so that no need to mention anything on a CV, just link mention everything about yourself. So this seems too impressive. Next one is commercial website. It is also called a business website. They publish their product services to millions of potential customers globally, and no extra cost for additional target audience that emerge from time to time. It is completely free accessible. Let us take one example. If I am doing some business, right, then I want that every customer will come in my shop, right, and purchase my product. For example, I am purchasing laptop, Once the cost of that laptop is 40,000, now the market is going upward, move forward, and there is one new processor, new Intel processor Core i7, for example, and the cost of that is also 45,000, and i3 processor cost of 40,000. So the difference between i3 and i5 is only 5,000, right? Now I am giving discount of 10% on i5 processor. Now after giving 10% discount, the cost of 45,000 goes decrease and very much similar to 40,000. Am I right? So everyone thinking about, if I am choosing i5, then I got purchasing, for example, 42,000. If I am purchasing i3, then 40,000. There is no discount in i3 processor. So he will definitely purchase i5 of 42,000. And this is the discount period is also mentioned in my website. So I will definitely upload my upload the discount offer, the anything else, that additional charges, whatever I'm giving them, will update it definitely on time to time, so that customer come and get benefit of that particular discount, right? And there are so many other customers so who is not purchasing from my market, my shops, but if I'm giving the discount, then they get impressive and they come, so it increase my marketing techniques. That's why commercial website must be updated time to time, and it is definitely free of cost because it increase my market. Next is organizational, including government or non-profit organizational website. Here it deals with education, social issues, health, and so many matter that are existing. Again, I am taking example of education institute. For example, I am teaching in two different classes. One is BCA second SEM, second is CSC fourth SEM. So there is let us suppose the exams are held and the result declared. If I'm seeing the result of my students, then the result must be updated, right? For example, there is one student is Arnav in both the classes, in BCA, in CSC both. Now they both are different, right? So the result of these both students are definitely different, not same, but the name is same. So if I am updating the result with the help of name, then is it possible that I am fetching the right result? No, it must be updated with complete information, that is name, father name, their roll number, their registration number, and whatever they require, right? So about the organization, it must be definitely, it must be updated time to time and in a proper manner as well. And I hope it is clear. And let us take one example more, that if a patient have any health issue, now he is improving, so the health issue must be updated. I'll not giving the heavy dose also, because he is improving in his health, so I'll decrease the dose. So it must be updated as per his health, right? I hope now it is clear. After that, the entertainment website. I don't think I have to take any example of this website, because you are enough capable to tell, because a small child even know about entertainment website these days. For example, cinema, games, music, humor pages, and also anything else. So entertainment sites are important in development web field, as it is very often seen on only reason for people or a youth to use the web. For example, uh, there is a game that is PUBG right now, is too much usable, because and any age person will do it, will play right now. So the entertainment website is not even discussed in brief. Here the another categorization is static and a dynamic website. As the name suggests, static means display the content in same format as they are stored in a server. So we can't change that particular format because it is a static website. It is coded in HTML format already To make the change in the content, file need to be manually opened, data change, and new version should be uploading to the web. It means if you want to change or modify any data, then you must change the coding part of HTML, and that coding of HTML is updated in the server side, and then server will display the format that we want. So in static website, whenever you want to change any modification, you must need to change the code in HTML. You can't change dynamically. In dynamic website, once that retrieve the fresh information each time you view with the latest. For example, here I am taking the latest news example. Let us suppose I am looking for the latest news about the coronavirus. So this in the information will not mention 10 days before, right? And not even 10 days after. Today's news is updated and mentioned in my screen because I am mentioning the latest news. So about today, I want to know, right? Not about 10 days before or 10 days after what will happen. So dynamic website contain or retrieve the fresh information each time when we view. Now let's take webcasting technique. Webcasting is a general term in IT that refers to broadcast or present over the internet. As faster IP speed and more efficient digital video and audio technology have added capacity to the medium. This is the main and important way to do the task. Right. There are some specific types of a webcasting, including lectures, webcasting, where lectures on the location can be delivered on the web. Right now, I am doing a webcasting because I am providing you online lecture here. Right. That I am at my hometown, you are at your place, but I am delivering you a lecture on the web. So this is called a webcasting. I am capturing the data and send it to you. It is also possible to send a video of that, right? And here I am also speaking, that means audio is also provided to you in a real time. Another kind of webcasting is also done by type presentation combined with real time audio. Here I'm taking the way of live webcasting. For example, you can see here live streaming without downloading the file in YouTube. This video, for example, here the PPT or here this video will definitely uploaded on the YouTube, right? And you need not to download the video. You can directly click on the link and you can see the video. You not need to download the file, right? So this is called live webcasting. How can this is possible? I am making this video, so how can I do this? With the help of the proper steps. First one is record with the camera. That's why my screen is visible to all of you. Transfer with streaming software, digitized and sent to content delivery network. Once I am sending the video to the network, that network help to deliver to the internet. And with the internet, you can see here one my screen. Here the architecture of this live event is accessed and there is one camera, right? So this and one encoder. So the whole task is recorded here and send it with the help of streaming server, and then streaming server contain administrator that manage that server and application server that manage or interact with other devices. With the help of internet, all these devices can see the casting technique. This is called a live event. This is called a live streaming. So you can go through with the help of these all steps to do live streaming. Now there are so many techniques to create a webcasting. Some of them that I think is necessary is mentioned here. Engaging your audience in extremely important when hosting a website. You must be aware about how to engage our audience, how to engage my students so that they can listen. It must be interactive, right? So create a hook means storytelling skills are crucial. If I'm not taking the example of any of the topic, then you can think about यार ये तो पढ़ लेंगे, right? So this is required that storytelling skills must be there to create the interest for your audience. And I will ask interactive questions to you through the webcast, then you think about them and then revert me. So this is also required in any of the lecture, that must be interactive, then the students will be interested, else uh, they feel sleepy after some time. Next is go social. Today the social is so much important for students, for teachers, for everyone. So make the conversation social, where your attendees are not only comfortable but also likely to interact, right? For example, in Facebook, if anyone tag you in particular photo, then you will comment on that photo, and then the communication starts. So you like all these. So why so? Because you are comfortable as well as likely to interact on the social media. Next one is live screen sharing or a video. If you want to share a recording or video on live screen, then they can interact simultaneously. If you have any query, then you can ask me directly, because on live session this is also done. So for example, in webinars, right? So webcasting is also a possibility. We can say about webcasting is that the strength is interactive, engaging, flexible, and accessible. But there are some weakness, that is expensive, technical problems, still new. Technical problems is that if internet connection goes down, then what can we do? And the opportunity is widespread interactive education system, because this is on world wide web. But the threat is traditional system and economical status. The traditional system says one to one communication, not on broadcasting manner, not on distributed manner. So this is the threatening about the webcasting. This is all about today lecture. Now on the basis of this video, you must aware about all these short key points, that are: what do you mean by a web, URL, HTTP, server, browser, and www. What do you mean by a website? How can we categorize that website? There are static and dynamic website. What are the difference between these both? What do you mean by webcasting? There are some techniques to webcasting, live webcasting. So all these are the some key points you must know about these one. Thank you.